I impulsively bought laser hair removal. Didn't think twice about it. I just told myself I need to buy it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rebecca Danielle, aka Beyond Blessed, live in the flesh. And on today's video, we're gonna be talking about something I have been researching for a very long time before I decided to do it, which is laser hair removal. So if you're a person of color like me, if you have melanin, you were wondering about the pain, the price, is it worth it? This video is for you. I'm going to be sharing my journey so far, the research that I did, how much I paid, the pain. I'm gonna share all of the details with you guys because I feel like I need to. This is everything that I wish I should have known before getting laser hair removal and all the good things. It's not a bad thing, but I just want to be realistic of what to expect when starting laser hair removal. So if you're interested, keep watching. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with why did I even decide to get laser hair removal? And transparently, it's because I was tired of shaving, I was tired of waxing, I was just tired of the hair removal process. I was tired of paying all this money every month and the hair would just grow back. I was just over it. And the thing that set me over the edge, guys, was I missed my wax appointment when I was going on a trip and I had to travel. And I said to myself, I'm gonna just snare it off. I regret that decision till this day because me doing nair in that moment caused a burn on my skin. That burn turned into an ingrown hair that turned into a cyst, and like my life was hell for months from just using nair. So that was the turning point for me. I went to the dermatologist. I had her take a look at it. She was like, girl, just go ahead and get laser. And I told her I was thinking about it, but I was like, I don't know. She was like, it's gonna help you with the ingrowns, just do the laser. So from there, I decided to start doing research, and I had done some research up until that point, but never in depth. So I was on Reddit, I was on Google, like what type of lasers do you need, what to expect, all the things. So I went into it thinking like, I know what to expect. No, I did not. No, I did not. Well, before we get into that, one thing that I wanted to say that's super important when you're thinking about laser and you're doing the research in your area, you have to find a laser hair removal company that has the machines for melanin skin. Not everywhere has it, but I went down the rabbit hole of Dallas, Texas, and everyone kept talking about Sev. Now, Sev isn't the only place that caters to our skin type, but it is the most popular, and the reviews that I was hearing from other people of color, they were going to Sev. And Joy Chavez had posted that she was at Sev. And I was like, no, I need to buy my laser hair removal before this thing goes viral and everybody starts trying to book up Sev. Like, if you know anything about Dallas, it is hard to get into places. So the moment she posted Sev on her story, like my heart sunk. Because I'm like, if I'm not able to get an appointment when I'm ready, I'm gonna flip. So what did I do, y'all? In that moment, I impulsively bought laser hair removal. Didn't think twice about it. I just told myself I need to buy it so I can start and other people don't get it. That was not the right thinking, and I encourage y'all not to think that way. But because I made that decision, I bought it. So where did I buy it, you ask? Good question. I actually used Groupon. And the reason why is because when I was doing my research on laser hair removal, people in Reddit were saying like, look for deals in your area. Just don't jump at the first thing. Check and see if they have a deal going on first. So I went on the Sev website and like their prices were good to begin with. But then I was like, let me just search on Groupon and see if there's anything on Groupon with laser hair removal. And lo and behold, Sev was on there. So I ended up paying about $250 for 6 sessions of full Brazilian. So that's all the way down there in the strip. So I paid $250 for 6 of those. The research that I did showed that that should have been enough. And I was like, all right, let's get it. Mind you, I did not do the research of like when you should start. And my Groupon only gives you about like 6 months to redeem it. So I really had to start like right away. Now let's talk about my experience so far after I bought that Groupon and what did that mean for me next. So what that meant was I had to call in and book an appointment. So originally I went because I wanted to go before my birthday trip. I was like, all right, like birthday gift to myself. I just dropped this $250 impulsively. Let's get this on the books. Let's get this lasered off before my birthday trip. So I go into my first appointment like super excited. I'm probably gonna insert some clips here just so y'all can see. I was so excited for my first appointment. Now, one thing that y'all should know is before your laser appointment, you do need to shave everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Get that razor and get everything off. And the way that I did it the first time was I broke it up into 2 days. I was like, one day I'm gonna shave, and then the next day, the day of my appointment, I'm gonna go back and do a touch up. Do you have to do that? No, but I didn't want any prickly hairs coming through because the research that I did said that when you have hair coming up and they do the laser, like you'll feel that. Like that's where the pain and stuff comes from the hair actually burning, but it shouldn't hurt your skin. So I was like, okay, bet. So I really prioritized shaving and just making sure everything was off. To say, I'm on my way right now to go get my first laser treatment, and I'm taking y'all with me. And I'm nervous / excited. People are telling me like my life is gonna be forever changed, and I'm looking forward to that. So I don't know, but I am nervous. You are supposed to shave before you get there, and I shaved twice because I'm like, I gotta make sure I got everything, and I still feel like I didn't because honestly, I've been getting waxed since 2016, and like that's all I know. So not really sure how this is gonna go, but I'm excited and I'm taking y'all with me. So I'm gonna call y'all back once I get there. Obviously, if you know me, you know I'm teetering on being late, but I'm gonna give myself some time to get there, and I'm gonna call y'all back. So I get to my first appointment, and the woman is like doing a questionnaire. Like she's just asking me about my skin, my routine, how I naturally take care of my skin right now, the things that I'm doing, how was I removing hair before all of this. Like it was like a doctor's appointment. Like she literally sat me down and we went over like my entire medical history. And she asked me at the very end, do you have any trips coming up? And I was like, yeah, my birthday is next week. I'm going to St. Martin. And she was like, great, you can't get treated today. I said, excuse me? She was like, yeah, you cannot do laser 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after sun exposure if you're going on a trip or being outside. And I was like, well, girl, I'm about to be tanning in the sun. She was like, it don't matter. You're going to be in the sun. So the answer is no. So I was actually really, really mad leaving my first appointment because on top of her turning me away, I had told the receptionist that I was going on vacation because when I booked my appointment, they asked, are you going to be traveling 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after this appointment? I said, yes, I'm going to St. Martin. She still booked my appointment. I drove all the way over there, sat there, did my assessment, all for that woman to turn me away. I was mad, but everything happens for a reason in hindsight. So I go on my trip, reschedule my appointment. I go back for the second time. Now, y'all, this is where shit got real, and excuse my French. Hey guys, okay, I'm back. So I had my first laser treatment today. It is April 22nd, Earth Day, hence the green. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. The burning of my skin follicles, you know, yes, it does feel like a pinch, but like, I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. That was not a pain that I was expecting to feel today. Was it bad? No. Did I survive it? Yes. But was it what I was expecting? Absolutely not. Like my expectation, I thought it was going to be painless. I don't know why I thought that because they're literally burning my hair follicles. But honey, you're going to feel pain. You're going to feel pain. I'm going to tell you right now, ladies, if you are getting laser, full Brazilian, you are going to feel pain. If they get you, once she did the labia, I was like, girl, I don't know if I can get back on this table again. I don't know. But now I feel literally once she stopped, it's like nothing ever happened. Nothing. Every time she would stop, it was like nothing ever happened. But while she was I was like, girl, I was squirming, all types of thing on that. She was probably like, this girl's dramatic. But I was not mentally prepared for the burning of my hair follicles. And I'm fine, like I feel perfectly fine now, but that was rough. Expect stings. Like, I would even say pain. It's definitely hot stings. Like, imagine just getting stinged in your lady part and it's hot. So just hot stings continuously for like 10 minutes. And it was really quick. I'm not gonna lie, it was quick, but it stung. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like it didn't. It definitely stung. So that's it. I'm stop talking, going home. Yeah. So bye. So I come back from my birthday trip, then my cycle starts. So then they're calling me, and mind you, if you don't cancel your appointment in time, like they're still gonna charge you. And I had already prepaid for this off of my Groupon, so why would I want to pay extra? So I went through my menstrual cycle, and then I scheduled my laser hair removal appointment for the very next day. I was not thinking, and I was very naive to the process because I'm thinking it's like waxing. Like, I can get off my period, go get on the wax table, and I'm fine. I won't feel anything. Laser hair removal is not like that, y'all. So if you don't get nothing from this video, if you don't get nothing at all, if you are a woman, I am begging you, I am pleading, I am begging and pleading you, do not get on that table the day after your period ends. Shoot. Don't even do it 3 days after. Give yourself like a good 4 to 5 days before you consider getting on that table. Because when I tell you, I embarrassed myself so bad on that table. I was jumping, squirming. Guys, I have never responded to pain like that in my life. Like, waxes don't hurt me. The pap smears, those things don't be affecting me. So I went in it thinking, all right, my pain tolerance is high enough. I got this. No, hormones will humble you every time. I was fighting for my life on that table. And mind you, the procedure is only 5 to 10 minutes long. My first appointment, I was there a total of 15 minutes. I was fighting for my life 10 of those minutes, okay? Because she had to go slow and she kept having to. It was embarrassing. I'm not even gonna lie. My first laser hair removal experience was embarrassing because I did not know I was going to be in that much pain. And mind you, I told you I had shaved the day before and the day of. I didn't have any hair left over. That's how I knew it wasn't the hair follicles. It was my hormones and my skin and all the things. So, well, I didn't know that in that moment. I just thought laser hair removal was painful and I was really nervous and I was just like, I don't want to go back. That's why I didn't talk about it right away when I first went to my first appointment, because I was like, that was a lot. That was a lot. And then I knew in my mind I had to do it 5 more times. So I was like, all right, what are we gonna do? What's the plan? So then fast forward, I scheduled my second appointment. And I was doing loads of research in between. And honestly, in that 5 to 6 week period, because I pushed my appointment out, I did about 5.5 weeks before my first session and my second session. They don't recommend going longer than 6 weeks. So I went just before that 6 week mark. And y'all, the results, immediate. Like, I had immediate, amazing results. The only hair growth that I really got was hormonal hair that grew back, and you know that it's hormonal because nothing else is growing. I don't know how to explain it without getting like too TMI on here, but you could tell which areas have hormonal hair growth versus just the natural hair growth. So I had immediate results. My skin stayed smooth. I didn't see any hair pop up until about week 3. My shedding started around week 4. I was good. Like, my skin started lightening, like hyperpigmentation, like gone. No issues. Results 1% worth it. And there's no greater feeling to just see the hair follicles just coming out and just knowing you're dead, you're gone, don't come back, right? So between my first session and second session, I only shaved once, and that was before my second session. So I was able to go 5.5 weeks without shaving. And they do recommend that you can shave in between your laser hair removal sessions if you need to. I didn't need to, just off of one treatment, and that was amazing. So I mean, I did have hair, but like it was so minimal that it was fine to just leave it there. So definitely worth it, and I saw immediate results. So hopefully that gives someone some peace of mind. I know it's different for everybody, but for me, I genuinely did not see hair growing back until like week 3, 4, and it was like stubs. And the hair does not grow back as thick. It doesn't grow back everywhere, and it thins out, and they're not that long. So I had no complaints there. So now let's talk about my second visit. And that was just yesterday. So it's fresh in my mind, and this is why I wanted to make this video now, because I'm like, let's talk about it while it's still fresh, because the first time was a little much. But anyways, yesterday's appointment went amazing. And let me say this, the girl was so sweet. She was so nice. She was talking to me. The first thing she asked me was, how was your first laser hair removal? I said, girl, that was rough. She was like, yeah, I see it here in the notes. And I'm like, the last girl put in my note. I said, that's how you know it was bad. That's how you know it was bad. I said, she left notes for the next technician to know that like this girl might give you a problem on the table. I've never been that patient. So I was taken aback. I said, girl, I don't know what the hell that girl did to me on that table, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I couldn't handle it. It hurt. I had just got my period. And she's like, oh yeah, girl, don't do that again. Do not do it after your period. She was like, I would have told you, do you want to reschedule? Because she was like, that's a completely different ball game coming off of your period. And I was like, I didn't know that. So she was like, we're going to take our time today. We're going to do some tester areas. We'll see how you feel. And I'm like, oh, okay. So like at this point, like she's catering to me and my needs. I'm here for it. So she does the testing areas, and I'm like, that didn't hurt. And she's like, oh, okay. So then she starts, and she's like, how does that feel? And I'm like, I don't feel nothing this time. I'm like, I feel okay. And she was like, wow, okay, good. So then she cranked it up. Yo, I'm being so unserious right now. But no, this lady cranked up the laser on the second appointment, because I wasn't feeling nothing. And then of course, like when they do your labia, like that's where you feel it the most. And even that, I was just like that, but that was it. And like I said, you are on that table a total of maybe 10 minutes max, but the actual procedure probably takes 5 to 7 minutes. Like it's so fast, and they have air. I'm trying to like paint the scene for y'all. So imagine a laser. Actually, let me use this. We're gonna use a prop, only because I have this readily available. So let's pretend this is the laser, right? And they just be like zapping you with the laser, but out of this hole, there's cold air blowing through it like a fan. So you have a fan coming out of the laser, and also you have the laser coming out too. I don't understand, but when they're zapping you, you feel the cold air, and then you only feel like the burn of the follicle if it's like a spicy area or whatever. You're not supposed to feel any pain, because it's supposed to literally just be pinching the skin and like killing the follicle. So they'll go like this, and they just be like zapping different areas, and then they'll have like the fan going, and they just zap until they're done, and super quick, painless. That cold air is a game changer, because even if you wanted to feel pain in that moment, that cold air is gonna like suck up that heat, suck up that pain. Like you're gonna be fine. So if you're worried about the pain, I would say I don't think they allow you to use numbing cream. And the reason why I say that is because before your appointment, they specifically ask for you not to put anything on your skin. So after you take a shower, after you shave, that's it. You can't even apply a moisturizer, oil, nothing. Like your skin has to be completely bare and dry. So if you're worried about the pain or think you want to do a numbing cream, I wouldn't recommend a numbing cream. I would probably do a Tylenol, Aleve, or Advil, something of that nature beforehand. Don't put anything on your skin because they might turn you away from your appointment. And then for the aftercare, they give you aloe and sunscreen to put on it. One thing that my technician taught me was that the laser heat actually stays under your skin for 2 weeks. So that's why you shouldn't be out in the sun, because that laser heat stays under your skin, killing that follicle so it doesn't grow back. So with that, for the aftercare, make sure you exfoliate, make sure you stay moisturized, just take care of it. And it's hard not to, because once you start seeing the results, you're like, I'm locked in. And guys, like I said, no ingrown hairs. I did not have one ingrown. I had it ingrown prior to me starting. It came out within the first 2 weeks after my first session. Ingrown gone, any dark spots lightened up, and that was just off of one treatment. So I went back yesterday, everything's looking good, we're good. Pain scale yesterday was, I would say, a 4.5 out of 10. The first time was a 10 out of 10, for sure. And what my technician also said was, the more that you do laser, the less that it will hurt, because the follicles are so weak. So my first appointment, I had thick, strong follicles that wanted to live, okay? They didn't want to die. And then I had just got off my period. So it was rough. This time I was far from my cycle. I think I'm in my luteal phase now. Actually, I know I'm in my luteal phase right now. So I didn't feel nothing. I mean, I felt something, but it was like pain. If you've gotten a tattoo, if you've gotten a shot before, those are worse. Tattoo is worse. And I was even talking to my technician about like tattoo removal versus laser, and she was like, girl, that's a completely different ball game. That is actual pain. Laser hair removal is not meant to be painful. So that was yesterday's experience. I think my technician was just so patient, so kind, gave me product recommendations, like so sweet. And I think that really made a difference. And I was still only there for 15 minutes. So whatever extra 2-3 minutes that I took with her, clearly it wasn't that much, and it was worth it. So what else was I thinking about to say? Tipping. So after your appointment, even if you buy a Groupon, y'all, please still tip. These people are literally, they're doing the Lord's work in there, and they deserve to be compensated. So I recommend that even if you buy a Groupon, even if you don't, tip your technician. They deserve it. All right, so let's get into some tips and things that you should know if you're interested in laser hair removal and thinking about booking. So the first thing that I want to highlight and say is that you're not going to be hairless forever, right? So I booked my Groupon of 6 sessions for about $250 for a medium large area. You're supposed to go back and get touch-ups, but I believed on Sev's website, they said something along the lines of like every year you would just need a touch-up. And like I said, you can shave in between, but waxing, no. So if you ever feel like you're the type of person that's gonna wanna go back to waxing at some point, I wouldn't recommend laser hair removal. Now, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people that still wax in between laser. I just don't personally recommend it. So you don't stay hairless forever, but it's a completely different experience, and you can just shave in between. The next thing that I recommend is do your research of where you want to buy beforehand. I purchased on Groupon because the place that I wanted to go was on Groupon. I would recommend doing something similar. Look up the places that have the machines that are going to work for your skin type, that have good reviews, that people have been talking about and had good success. Check there and then join their email list. Sometimes they do specials for like Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Christmas. Who knows? Okay, the next thing that you should know that is super important that I did not think about and I didn't realize until now that I'm going through laser hair removal is think about what season you want to get your sessions done in. Right now, it is basically summer. It's spring, about to be summer. It's hot outside, and I'm starting my laser hair removal treatments, and I can't be outside in the sun or around my treatments. I can't travel around them, or I have to like push my appointments out. So if I knew then what I knew now, I would have started my treatments in August. So August, September, October, November, December, January, at the beginning of the year, like we're done with laser. But I didn't do that. We started in April. So April, May, June, July, August, September. So I'll be done in September, like right before the fall. But that's when everyone is done traveling and done being outside. So I'm not too sure how it's gonna affect my summer travels, if it will at all. However, it is something to consider if you do know that you're gonna be traveling a lot during the summer, or just like to lay outside by the pool, love going to the beach, things like that. I would really strongly recommend starting your treatments in the fall or in the winter so you don't have to worry about that. Lastly, be patient with your results. Know that everybody's body type is different. Everyone's hair is different. The thickness, the coarseness, all of that varies. Everyone has a different starting point. We're not all running the same race. So be patient with your results. Be nice to your technicians and do your research. The same way you're watching this video right now, I'm sure there's others out there. I'm sure there's forums, there's Reddits, reviews, things like that. Make sure that you know that what you're doing is right for you, you know? Do what's best for you. Also, I believe you can't do laser if you're trying to get pregnant, breastfeeding, any of those things. Because think about it, like you're literally having heat put under your skin and it could affect you. Do your research, time it up properly for you. Think about the seasons, think about what season you are in your life. If you're trying to conceive, all of those things, all of that plays a role into laser hair removal. Also, like your skin routine, the things that you're putting on your skin. One thing that I did not know was I cannot use turmeric in that area while I'm doing laser hair removal treatments, because the turmeric, it stains the skin and it stays on, so the laser won't be able to pick up. So I had to stop using all of like my turmeric scrubs that I use down there for lightening purposes, but it worked out to where like the laser helps with lightening too. So not using turmeric, but I still take the supplements every single day. So yeah, that's something for y'all to think about too, is like the products that you're putting on your skin, are they going to be a conflict with you doing laser hair removal? Something to think about. I know that they say like retin-A's, they don't recommend using that, but it also depends on the location you're getting laser hair removal. Like I understand, like if you're gonna do your chin and if you use like a retin-A, like a dapsone or a tretinoin, like you're gonna have to check it with your dermatologist, because baby girl, I don't think you're gonna be able to use that while getting laser. So check what you're already using on your skin, check the ingredients that are on it, do the cross check of, is this an active ingredient that is prohibited when doing laser hair removal? And then think about, can you switch those products out for something else? Or you can even call them and ask for recommendations of what products do they recommend for people while they're going through laser hair removal. And then when you're done with your treatments, you just go back to using the stuff that works for you. So yeah, I think that's everything. I don't know if I answered everyone's questions. I tried to remember them all in my mind, but long story short, I definitely recommend it. The results are resulting, and I'm only 2 treatments in, and it was a very impulsive buy, but I only spent $250, and so far it's been a good $250 well spent. So if you're able to find a deal, or if you're just down and you're like, you know what, this video confirmed it, I'm gonna get started, go for it. Let me know in the comments, how long have you been thinking about doing laser, if you've done it before, what areas you got, and if you would do it again. Me personally, I think I may get addicted. I don't know where I want to do next. I'll probably do my legs, because I hate shaving my legs. So I'm the type of girl, I need something that's going to be convenient, and the next body part that's most convenient to not shave is going to be my legs. So we'll see how it all ends up with Sev and my treatments for my full Brazilian, and if that goes good, I'll keep y'all posted on if I do any other areas. But yeah, so I thank y'all. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, drop a like, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.